Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And we'll see if this rain affects the team's decisions going forward, but they kick it here, and it's good. So this drive spans 7 plays. And the last play on the drive, the touchdown run from Christian McCaffrey. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over.
Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
They'll go again with Gibbs.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And now a stoppage. It looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
First carry for the Boise State Bronco, Alexander Madison. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs. A solid stiff arm. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 7-7, our score after one. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Colts in possession as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
He gets it to Johnston.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. On first down, they'll go to the ground attack. And he is going to lose yardage here. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. And they'll give him another shot here on the ground. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but he does have first down yardage. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. A great play there.
His 2nd rushing touchdown on the year.
And the Colts have taken the lead. Now the try here for the extra point. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. So a nice drive put together there. They go 75 yards in 9 plays. And it was capped off by a 12-yard touchdown run.
Kevontae Turpin now from his end zone.
And he returns this to the 22. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. That last drive, it was a good mix. Run, pass, defense on their toes.
And what really helps out in a big way is when you're doing the run-pass mix and everything's working, that means that they're guessing wrong every time on defense. They think you're going to pass when you run and vice versa. I would continue that, and when they finally draw a bead on you, maybe you mix it up a little bit, a little play action and throw the ball.
And will they maintain that balance? Time to find out. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. And this offense on 3rd down today, they've been okay. 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down by about a yard. It's a gain of 5 on 3rd and 4.
out of the gun. They'll look to throw. And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up second down. McCaffrey running up the middle.
And he'll push ahead for about 3 to the 36.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one a broken play, but it ends up being a good play. The scramble goes for 20.
He really looked comfortable there, scanning the situation, analyzing things, feeling the pressure, and then stepping up right through the middle and sprinting for a first down.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left.
He'll get it here on the jet sweep. Oh, and this one may need to go back to the drawing board. He's going to be swallowed up right away.
A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. Back to throw. Jones.
Throw left side, taken in by Claypool.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 29-yard line.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
The Jaguars at 2-1 now to start the campaign, and they move back above 500 with a victory last week.
And you look at their start, a win, a loss, then a win. This might be something we see from them a lot this year, because when they're at their best, they can play with anybody. But bringing their best every week, that's been a challenge thus far.
And now a stoppage, and looks like we have a Colt who was shaken up on that last play.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw again.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Touchdown, Jaguars!
Chris Olave.
His first touchdown on the year.
And the Jaguars are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a former defender, I would be angry as well. Could not get off the field. Well-executed offensive drive. No matter what the defense tried, they couldn't stop them.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. That one in the books as a 12-play drive.
And it was Chris Olave who finished things off with a touchdown. A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
And now Indianapolis set to take the field.
So both of these teams, Charles, coming off touchdowns now, but this offense, they just had to stand on the sideline, watch their opponent author a really impressive drive to reach the end zone.
Yeah, and I think you're not telling yourself the truth if you don't think there's some one-upsmanship going on right now, because they just had their touchdown answered by a drive of double-digit plays that also found the end zone. Now they want to do something even more impressive to answer that one.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he's brought down. It's the first catch of the game for Kupp, and he's got a first down. They'll go Madison up the middle. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Operating from the gun, Anderson.
This goes out wide from Madison.
And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. 2 yards on the pickup there. And 3rd and 8 now.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
On 3rd down, Anderson. And that will be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down. his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out.
That also a career-long kick for the veteran, Charles.
Yeah, how about what he just got done there? We always knew he had a big leg, but how about everything coming together perfectly on that one? Great leg swing, and bang that one through.
And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
And because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
No gain that time, and it leaves them with 3rd and 11 coming up. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. That's to McCaffrey, complete. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The screen does get them 9, but it also brings up a 4th down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts.
So as they talk it over, we step aside.
And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. They'll call that a 33-yard punt with no return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, Anderson. His throw incomplete.
I think he's got to be careful not to force anything into coverage right there. There weren't really any throwing lanes, but the best part for him, he's got 2nd and 3rd down to fall back on.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Jaguar pressure and a Jaguar sack. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
And the punter Bailey on now as he sends this one away.
The Jaguars offense now heads back onto the field.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides.
Jones hit and the ball's out.
And this ball recovered by the offense, but remember they cannot advance it here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So this will be blown dead, and it'll come back to the spot of the fumble.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Jones got a man right side. It's McCaffrey. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Now the Colts will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away.
The Colts going to take over now late in this first half. And they've got just under 50 seconds, so time enough to try to work their way downfield if they so choose.
Now Anderson throwing on 1st down. This is caught. It's Boyd. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. They're going to hurry back to the line now. Anderson on 1st down.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I tell you what, that's a veteran play from a guy in his first season in the NFL. A lot of rookies will try and force something there. He thought better of it, and that was the right decision.
He's got the distance, but it's no good. Wide to the right, and that will keep this a 3-point game.
And now 2 problems as I see it. First, you missed the kick, which granted was a long one. But second, you set the other guys up with great field position and enough time to maybe get downfield and get a field goal attempt of their own.
The Jaguars now will use the last of their timeouts. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away, and now it's third. And unless this is a quick incompletion, this is likely the last play here of this first half. A final shot before break. Jones. He's going to take a shot at the end zone. Why not? And a penalty flag comes in as that one winds up incomplete, but the contact is going to move the ball well downfield. So that PI call will give him one more play.
And it'll be an untimed play as well. Now the half will end after this one, unless there's another defensive penalty.
The kick by Pinheiro is good, and that will do it for this first half. So thanks to the late field goal, we are all tied up heading to intermission. As we send you a couple hours south of here to Orlando, that's where we check in with the coach and our EA Sports halftime report.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a bit. But first, time for a trip around the league on this final weekend of September.
And we'll jump right over halftime and keep the game going here in Week 4. Second half kickoff ready to go.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin.
No run back here to begin the half, and we will start at the 25-yard line.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you've got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
No gain on the play. It's now 3rd and 8.
Jones on 3rd down. Buying time to his left. And this effort will not get it done. He stopped well short of the first down at the 29. And the Jaguars send out their punter as he'll punt it away for the 4th time today. And the fair catch is made at about the 27-yard line. A 40-yard punt, no return.
And they will take over 1st and 10. Quick throw here to Johnston.
A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
Snap will come from the 31 on 2nd and 7.
Looking to throw. Anderson. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
That is caught. And he is going to have a Colts first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
On the out route, he finds Johnston.
And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That is now 19-yard gains on back-to-back plays. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Straight ahead with Gibbs here.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Another run for Gibbs here.
And he's going to get this one down to the 30. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Anderson. This is caught. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. Back to throw. Anderson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. From 3 yards out. And the Colts have broken our tie as they take the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. And he slings one that's incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones, and that is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now Jones to throw on 3rd down. Oh, good move. Oh, now he bowls him over.
And he is going to have a Jags first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
That's good for a Jaguars. 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And his throw is incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
Jones, throw caught by Olave.
And he'll take this from 147-yard line to the other. A gain of 6. This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. They'll look to throw again. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
But plain and simple, that's the 2nd time today that he's dropped a pass.
And that one, I think, maybe even a little easier than the earlier one that he dropped. Surprising.
Was this game announced as a night game prior to, and maybe his rhythm is just off? He's got thrown off. He's got to wake up, enjoy the sunshine, and go play.
Here comes the Colts offense now as they make their way onto the field.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways, because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Anderson. And a throw there going to be incomplete.
Nice call by the defense there on 3rd down. Just flood the field with extra defensive backs in their dime package. Nowhere to go with the football. Forces the incompletion.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10.
Jacksonville set to go again offensively.
And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. On 2nd down,
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. Claypool with another catch.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
At the 36-yard line.
Now Jones. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Marcus Williams on the coverage.
Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Now that's a quarterback who's in charge out there right now. Wants to throw the ball on 3rd down, doesn't find anyone open, tucks it away, takes off, and picks up the 1st down. Not by a little, but by plenty.
And a good run as he manages 7 yards down to the 17. Here's 2nd and 3.
A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Jones. Open man is Fortson. He's got it. And the Jaguars are going to be set up with a 1st and goal here as the tackle made at the 9.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Mecole Hardman. A 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game. That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver, successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good. And that will tie us at 24. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. We got a brand new ball game, all even after that last touchdown, so every drive now becoming a little more critical here in the second half. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Anderson. They'll air one out deep from Mingo. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Pulled in at the 24. It'll be a 44-yard punt, 6 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Jacksonville back on offense and ready to take over. And that last touchdown drive they had very balanced. How key is that balance?
It's huge because most of the time when we talk about balance is run, pass, almost 50-50. But most of the times when you talk to offensive coaches, they say balance is we do what we want when we want to. And that means that they're ahead of the defense, keeping them on their heels.
Yeah, they imposed their will on that last drive.
29-yard line.
Jones now looking to throw on 2nd down. 5 yards on the pickup, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Kudos for the defense from me on that one because they were prepared the whole way for him to try to escape and hit them for more yardage running it. I like the way they stayed zeroed in on him and kept him contained when he pulled the ball down. I think he was fortunate to get what he did on that run.
Back now in Jacksonville.
Here's 3rd and 6.
All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Here's Jones on 3rd down.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Jones on 1st and 10.
Throwing out right here, caught by Olave.
So 8 yards on the completion there, and that'll bring up a 2nd down in just a couple.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd and 2. At the 39-yard.
Off play action. Jones.
Open man completes it to Claypool.
And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 24-yard line. That one a pickup of 15 for Jacksonville.
I'll tell you, far from ideal conditions to play in, but neither offense has had much trouble. Plenty of points to go around. 1st and 10.
Operating from the gun, Jones. And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Right there, he rose to the occasion late in a close game.
It's something he thought about, dreamed about, and worked on throughout his career. Because in these types of situations, he wasn't going to allow extra coverage to keep him from getting the football.
It's a 10-yard gain there to set him up 1st and goal.
On the give, here's McBride.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. An 8-yard touchdown run.
And the Jaguars have broken our tie and have taken a 4th quarter lead.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9-yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
Piñeiro's extra point up and good.
And they will take a 7-point lead. Now after the touchdown, here's Piñeiro to kick it off. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
Indianapolis offense ready to go again. And now after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock.
They'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
From the lineman to the guy running with it, that was a well-executed first down by the offense. With 2 shots left to get the first, you can get a little aggressive here on 2nd down if you want and try for some bigger yardage.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. The Colts on 3rd down, 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Back to throw. Anderson. And that is incomplete.
I think it's safe to say that he's made some questionable decisions out there so far. Forcing throws into tight coverage. He's already been picked off in this game. 4th down now, but he was fortunate on that one not to have another turnover on his ledger.
This is fielded at the 27. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. For the Notre Dame man, Chase Claypool in this offense, ready for their upcoming possession.
He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
But look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
This has 7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones. Now Jones is hit. He lost the football.
Oh, one of the linebackers has got it.
And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden, They heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the fourth, a costly turnover. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 5. From the gun, Gibbs will get it.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36.
Well, partner, if the defense isn't going to adjust and they keep giving them those 5, 6, 7-yard runs over and over, they're likely to run it the whole way to the end zone. They'll be more than happy to take the yardage available and save some of their other plays in the playbook for another time.
Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Jaguars' 31-yard line.
Operating from the gun, Anderson. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down.
Gibbs straight ahead.
And a short gain here, down to the 22. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
They work now on 2nd and 9.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
This has been an up and down, back and forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
To throw is Anderson. Off play action. Oh, no, he lost the football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
We always hear a lot of veterans on the defensive side of the football. They talk about smelling blood in the water, putting pressure on a rookie. They got to him there to force it free, but couldn't recover it.
And you mentioned the pressure. Rookie quarterback, you're going to bring more pressure at him at all times because you don't know how he's going to hold up. He was fortunate there. Luck was on his side, able to recover that fumble.
And his kick is right there. It's good, and that'll bring him back within 4. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, you know, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Out comes the Jaguar offense now as they get set to take over. They're holding on right now to that slim advantage in a one-score game, and you hear a lot about 2-minute offense and 4-minute offense. Obviously, the 4-minute offense applies here. How do they run that effectively?
Yeah, really what the 4-minute offense is you're just trying to grind the clock. So you want consistent gains, steady gains. Doesn't have to be big plays, but it has to be plays that gets first downs and keeps the ball away from your opponent.
But certainly throwing the ball is in the mix here.
It certainly is. Just make sure that you're careful with it. And again, get those first downs, keep possession of the football.
Meanwhile, Jones throw there, hauled in by Claypool.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that will bring up 3rd and 1.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Off the bootleg, Jones. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. And the Jaguars send out their punter as they're forced to kick for the 6th time today. This is taken at about the 14. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And last time able to get 3. It's not what they wanted. They wanted 6, but they got at least something. They mustered something out of the drive.
They'll take it. Just, I like the way you've described it. Not ideal, but they'll take it. Anything to put some points on the board. But this time on offense, they don't even want to see the field goal kicker trot on the field. They want that ball in the end zone.
Yeah, they'll be going for 6. This is where you learn a lot about rookie quarterbacks. How can they run that 2-minute drill? We're about to find out.
Yeah, and for them, it's not just proving it to guys like you and me watching the game and trying to beat a defense.
Tyler Boyd, he's going to go.
And he is going to get out of bounds with the first down, so that's going to double their pleasure for sure. They get the first and save a timeout.
Now that is the 2-minute drill at its very best. Get the completion, get a big chunk of yardage, and then get out of bounds to save those timeouts. You cannot do it any better than that.
He's back to throw. That's over the middle and caught by Mingo.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8.
Here we go, 1st and goal.
They'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. And this is caught. Touchdown. And they've taken the lead here in the final minute.
What a game this has been, and what a drive that was, Charles, to take the lead here late in the 4th quarter.
And, partner, that's a job well done by everyone, from the players to the guys calling the plays. And if I may introduce just one downside to the mix, might be a little bit too much time left. Enough on the clock for a final last-ditch effort to try and steal this win away.
A solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32.
So now the Jags down 34-31, 27 seconds to go. They need at minimum 3 points out of this as they come up 1st and 10. And his throw here's incomplete.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. To throw is Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Well, a nice job of bodying him up defensively. And now it brings up 3rd down. Jones. And they will get the conversion on 3rd down, but the clock, a more pressing factor.
The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as they'll stop it with 11 seconds remaining in the ball game.
Open man downfield is Hardman. He's got it.
And here come the whistles and a timeout with 7 seconds left. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. This to potentially send us to overtime. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
Final whistle blows, and we need some extra time here to decide who will be the victor.
60 minutes, just not enough some days to decide who's going to win the game.
It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line.
Now Jones throwing to start the drive. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down.
We'll play only the 1 overtime here. If time runs out, it'll be a tie as they come up on 2nd down.
And shedding through the tackle. And he'll get about 6 up to the 27-yard line.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
Excellent play there on third down. Give him 25 yards.
With the kind of game he's had so far, you had to know that on third down that they would be looking his way, and they did, for big yardage and a first down. I think the defense fell asleep at the switch on that one. I would have doubled him, tripled him, anything to keep the ball out of his hands.
Sliding out of the pocket. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Looking to throw. Jones. He's going to drop this down to McCaffrey. It'll go as a gain of 4, and that's going to bring up second down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the Colts' 27-yard line.
Off the play fake. Jones. Right side, Claypool's got it. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. It's a first down, and that catch also puts him at 150 yards receiving now for the game. Here's McBride. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field.
Brings up 3rd and goal.
Hubbard. And this will result in him losing yardage. Back to the 3. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's now 4th and goal.
Back to throw. Jones. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They had the play call on 4th and goal, but it's dropped in the end zone. And this Colts defense comes up with a goal line stand. Now a first throw here in overtime. A quick pass to Kupp. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll leave him with a second and just a few inches left. Off the bootleg. Anderson. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34.
Face mask. Defense.
In overtime, you have to be smarter than that.
A personal foul just can't happen. Have to have
Automatic
poise.
first down.
So the penalty yards marched off on the face mask. Here's 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Anderson. He'll get this one to Kupp, complete. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Anderson. He gets it to Johnston. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. 2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied. On 1st and 10, here's Gibbs. Knifes his way forward here, but just 3 yards on the play. 2nd down. Next score wins, but remember, this will be a tie if the period ends with no scoring as they work on 2nd down. Going underneath, Gibbs has it. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. He's padding his already great numbers here in overtime. More importantly, though, moving his guys downfield.
And I think that's exactly what's going through his head right now. Moving them downfield, putting them in a position to win the game. The stats, that's for the fantasy guys. I know they're enjoying that show.
Now a timeout called for by the offense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 2nd and 11. Hand off now to Gibbs. And this looks a lot like the last play. Behind the line of scrimmage, he's tackled for the second straight go-around. Great job by this Jacksonville D. 2 running plays, each lose a yard. They'll need to do much better now on 3rd and 12. Looking to throw. Anderson. And that will be incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
And now the Jags going to signal for another timeout. So we'll take a break with them and be right back. So now it all comes down to the left foot of their kicker. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And the Hoosier State will celebrate tonight as the Colts have won it. Well, Charles, the forecast called for rain throughout the entire game, and we got rain throughout the entire game. But these two teams, they had fun getting dirty out there. They love the slop.
Did you trust the forecast ahead of time? Are you one of those guys that's skeptical about it, or did you trust it?
But when I saw just a big blob of green on the radar, I said, okay, let's trust.
Yeah, and that's why I'm glad you took my advice. Got your notes laminated, because, you know, open-air booth, that rain can affect us as well, although not as much as the guys on the field. But let's face it, it's kind of fun to watch these types of games, isn't it?
It is. By the way, how impressive is it that you travel with a laminator? I didn't even know there was a portable laminator.
The things that you learn.
Golly, wise beyond his years. So for the Colts, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week.